Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Get ready, because today we are peeling back the curtain on some of the most mind-blowing scientific truths that you probably never learned in school. These aren't secrets kept in a vault somewhere, but they are facts so counterintuitive and strange, they might just change the way you see everything. Let's start with a big one. Time. We all feel it passing, right? A steady, constant march forward. But what if I told you that's just an illusion? According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is not absolute. It's relative. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. It's a phenomenon called time dilation. This isn't just a theory. It's been proven. GPS satellites, which orbit the Earth at high speeds, have clocks that run slightly slower than ours on the ground. To keep your GPS accurate, engineers have to constantly adjust for this tiny difference. So, every time you use Google Maps, you're interacting with one of the most profound truths of the universe. Time is flexible. An astronaut on a long high-speed journey would literally age less than their twin back on Earth. Wild, right? Now, let's talk about you. Look at your hand. It seems pretty solid, doesn't it? But science tells a completely different story. Every single atom in your body, in this desk, in the air, is actually over 99.9999% empty space. So, what makes things feel solid? It's the electromagnetic force between the electrons in the atoms. When you press your hand on a table, the electrons in your hand are repelling the electrons in the table. You're not actually touching it in the way you think. You're feeling a force field. So, the solid world we experience is essentially a grand illusion created by invisible forces and vast expanses of nothingness. You are mostly empty space. We all are. Ready for another shocker? Let's go from the very small to the very, very large. When you look up at the night sky, you're looking into the past. Light, as fast as it is, still takes time to travel across the vast distances of space. The light from the sun takes about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us. So, if the sun were to suddenly vanish, we wouldn't know about it for over 8 minutes. The closest star system, Alpha Centauri, is over 4 light-years away. That means the light we see from it tonight left that star more than 4 years ago. And when we look at the Andromeda Galaxy with a telescope, we're seeing light that began its journey 2.5 million years ago. Humans hadn't even evolved into our modern form yet. You are literally looking at a ghost, a snapshot of a galaxy as it was millions of years in the past. Your backyard is a time machine. But here's where it gets even stranger. All that stuff, the stars, the galaxies, the planets, you, me, all of it makes up less than 5% of the known universe. That's it. Just 5%. So what's the other 95%? Scientists call it dark matter and dark energy. About 27% is dark matter, a mysterious substance that doesn't emit or reflect light, but we know it's there because of its gravitational pull on the stuff we can see. It's like the invisible scaffolding holding galaxies together. The other 68%, the vast majority of the universe, is dark energy. This is an even more mysterious force that seems to be pushing everything apart, causing the expansion of the universe to accelerate. Think about that. We've explored our planet. We've mapped the stars, but we have absolutely no idea what 95% of our own universe is actually made of. The biggest parts of reality are completely hidden from us. Let's bring it back to Earth for a moment, right under our feet. You might think of water as being fundamentally from Earth, but a lot of the water on our planet likely came from outer space. During a period called the Late Heavy Bombardment, about 4 billion years ago, Earth was pelted by asteroids and comets. These icy bodies acted like cosmic water delivery trucks, depositing vast quantities of water on our young, hot planet. So, every time you take a drink of water, you might be sipping on the melted remains of ancient comets that traveled across the solar system for millions of years. It connects us to the cosmos in a very real, tangible way. Here's one that might mess with your head a bit. Are you ready? You've never actually touched anything in your entire life. I mentioned this a bit earlier with the empty space, but let's dive deeper. Because of the way atoms work, with electrons orbiting a nucleus, the electron shells of different atoms repel each other. When you think you're touching an object, what you're actually feeling is the electromagnetic repulsion between the electrons in your atoms and the electrons in the object's atoms. There is always a microscopic, infinitesimally small gap. So that feeling of solidness, of touch, is just your brain interpreting a force. It's a fundamental disconnect between our perception and physical reality. And how about this? The universe might not be the only one. The multiverse isn't just a concept for comic books. It's a legitimate hypothesis born from theories in quantum mechanics and cosmology. One idea, called the many worlds interpretation, suggests that every time a quantum measurement is made, the universe splits into multiple parallel universes, one for each possible outcome. So in one universe you decided to watch this video. In another, you clicked away. In yet another, you're a professional banjo player. Every possibility is playing out in a separate, parallel reality. We can't prove it yet, but it's a mathematically plausible consequence of the physics we currently understand. There could be an infinite number of yous out there living an infinite number of lives. Let's end with something truly poetic. Almost every element in your body, heavier than hydrogen and helium, was forged in the heart of a dying star. Elements like the carbon in your cells, the calcium in your bones, and the iron in your blood were created through nuclear fusion inside massive stars. When these stars reached the end of their lives, they exploded in spectacular supernovas, scattering these newly formed elements across the galaxy. Over billions of years, these elements clumped together to form new stars, planets, and eventually, life. You are not just living in the universe. The universe is literally living in you. You are made of stardust. That is not a metaphor. It's a scientific fact. So, from time being flexible to the world being mostly empty space, from our cosmic origins in stardust to the mind-bending possibility of a multiverse, science reveals a reality far stranger and more wonderful than we could ever imagine. These aren't secrets being hidden from you, but they are truths so profound that they challenge our everyday experience. It just goes to show, the more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to discover. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey down the rabbit hole. If you enjoyed having your mind blown, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world. Let me know in the comments which of these truths shocked you the most. Until next time, stay curious.